Hello, I'm Dave Stende. I'm the CEO and managing partner of Eide Bailly. I've been with the firm for 39 years. When I started with the firm right out of school, I started as an auditor. I like to joke that back then, the two technologies that we had were a 10-key calculator and a mechanical pencil. My, how times have changed and auditing's changed, and I think it's probably more enjoyable now than it was 39 years ago. As I progressed through my career, I started as an auditor. I've been the CEO for the last 8 years. Prior to that, I was the COO for 7 years. So it's interesting, kind of in the roles I've had here in the last 15 years, been responsible for setting the vision of the firm and our strategies and initiatives, implementing those to get us to meet that vision. It's an exciting time in the profession. It's an exciting time in the firm as far as all the innovation taking place. There's no better time to be joining the firm than now. I think the next few years are going to be extremely interesting and fast-paced and changing. So happy to spend some time with you. A couple questions that were posed to me. First one is, how do you feel today's environment has impacted Eide Bailly and how we do business? And putting this in the perspective of the COVID environment, certainly had a big impact on us. In the middle of March, we made the decision in one day that, hey, starting tomorrow, we're going to be closed and everyone has to work from home, 100% remote working. And I can tell you that went really well. We didn't really skip a beat. The technologies are there. Couldn't be happier with how that went. And it's amazing how easy it is to close, and it's much more difficult to reopen. We're still in the process of reopening some of our offices. Some it'll still be a while before we even reopen. Most of our people are still working remote. It's going to have a change on how we operate. Before COVID, I would say as a firm, we're pretty flexible with our people. After COVID, and one of our learnings, we're going to be a lot more flexible. And because we proved we can do it. And I think it's going to have a positive impact. We're going to be looking at how we train differently, how we service our clients. In the audit sphere, mostly it's traveling out to clients. Well, travel takes a big toll on people. It's hard on your home life, and the less we can travel, probably the better it is for our people. And we've learned through this COVID environment, there's a lot better ways to do some of the work that we have been doing. So that's what I'm excited about going forward, is really taking advantage of what we've learned over these last few months in this new world that we live in. Second question is, how does a firm make a positive impact in the communities where offices and clients are located? Giving back to our communities is a cornerstone of the firm. Our mission statement is to serve passionately, intelligently, add value to our stakeholders, and grow the firm. And that adding value to our stakeholders, the stakeholders are defined as our people, our communities, and our clients. In giving back to our communities, we encourage people to get involved in communities. In our annual corporate responsibility report, we track how many hours are we giving back, how much knowledge that our people have are we helping in organizations. And if you're a CPA, chances are you become the treasurer of that organization. But we also have a personal volunteer bank, which in addition to board involvement and those sort of things, allows individuals to give back in the communities for things that they're passionate about. We also have a matching donation fund, where as a firm, we want to be charitable and give dollars within our communities. But what better way to do that than to piggyback off what's important to our people? So we have matching contributions for all our people in the firm, up to $200 a year. What's important to you, the firm is going to match that. And that's where our donations will go, because we strongly believe in supporting our communities. And just to wrap up, what's my 360 moment? I've been with the firm 39 years, and I can tell you when I started, I had no intention of staying here for 39 years. I had no intention of this being my career. I wanted to get my experience, get my CPA license. But immediately in starting, you feel the culture of the firm, and the culture hasn't changed. I'd say there's two partners at the time that I started that really had an influence on me. They were really the mentors for me from day one. They treated me as one of their colleagues, one of their friends, not a subordinate to them. And they really took it upon themselves. And I think this is part of the culture that we have, that they wanted to invest in my career. They wanted me to succeed. They coached me, they mentored me, and they brought me along. And without them, yeah, I probably wouldn't have stayed there. It's the relationships that you make, and it's the culture that we have as a firm. That's why I'm still here 39 years later.